Welcome to this week's Take and Make activity video as a part of our Imagine Your Story summer reading program. My name is Mary Ann Wright and I'm a 4-H area educator with Lincoln University Cooperative Extension. I am partnering with the Crothersville Public Library to bring you stories and activities throughout the summer that all focus on different types of imagined stories. This week's theme has been all about myths and mythology. I hope you joined me yesterday as we read the book Leto's Hidden Twins, Artemis and Apollo. If you didn't, you can always check back to the summer reading program page to find that video. Today's Take and Make activity is called Archery with Artemis and Apollo. I hope that you have gotten your Take and Make activity pack from the library, but if you didn't pick it up, don't worry, you can follow along with this video. You will not need very many things to complete this activity. If you do have your guide, you'll find all of the items that you need listed here in this column, and then a step-by-step guide on the other side. If you would like an extra copy of this, or if you don't have one, I will be posting this guide sheet on our Facebook page as well as the Pemiscot County 4-H Facebook page. You can always go there and reference back to it anytime you need to. All you need for today's activity is a plastic coat hanger, a rubber band, and a long drinking straw. We are using an extra long drinking straw today. These are hard to find in the store, so you might have to order them if this is what you want to use. The first thing we want to do when we take our plastic hanger is to be sure that it is a hanger that has these two J hooks, because this is very important when we're making our bow and arrow. You want to be sure that it has these hooks here. Now, before we string our bow, this is the perfect opportunity to decorate your bow. And in the story yesterday, we learned that Apollo is associated with golden arrows and Artemis is associated with silver. So if you want to replicate their bow, you can maybe add some silver or gold tape. You could even paint your plastic coat hanger to really decorate it. If you also want to add some decorations to the bottom, you can use string and add feathers and beads or anything you like to make it your own. But if you don't want to, you don't need to decorate it to make this project work. It is very simple. So I'm going to take my coat hanger, and this is going to be my bow. Now if I have my rubber band here, and you want this rubber band to be pretty large because we're going to string it between these two hooks here. And if it's too small and it's too tight, it could pop and it might hurt you. So we want to make sure that it can stretch quite easily between those two. Now, in doing this and adding our rubber band, we've essentially already made our bow. This is really all we need to make a functioning bow and arrow. So I'm going to put this to the side, and now I'm going to take my long straw here. Now the only other thing you need for this project is a pair of scissors. And what you're going to do is notch out the end of one side of the straw. And so you'll see here that I notched it by just cutting a V in the end of my straw. And that is going to create a notch that can easily fit on my bowstring, which is my rubber band. So after you have that done, and if you have more than one straw, you should do that to each of your straws. But then you're ready to go ahead and fire your bow and arrow. So to do that, this is the way I like to use it. You have your hanger here that has this large hook that you put usually on a rod or in your closet. And I use this to hold my bow. I loop my thumb right through there, and then I just fold my hand over. And this gives me a sturdy place to hold my bow. Then I take my arrow and I take that notched in and I put it right on my bowstring. So it is on there and it's not going to pop off. Then, just using 2 fingers, I pull back my bowstring, and I like to use this part of the hanger as a guide of how far I should really pull my arrow back, because you don't want it to go back too far because you might risk popping that rubber band. So I bring it back just past this as a good guide. In doing so, you don't want to lose your arrow, so be sure that that stays notched. But then you pull it, and then you aim and release your rubber band. So when I do this, I'm hoping that my arrow shoots off and fires across the room. And it did. It was a perfect shot. So I hope that you learn with your bow and arrow how to make adjustments when you aim. The good thing about using these straws is that it's very safe. It won't hurt anybody if it, hits them. So this is a great way to play around with archery and just get a basic understanding of it. I hope you enjoyed today's Take and Make activity. It was a fun way to represent archery and relate it back to our story from our Greek mythology. Next week we have a whole exciting theme that is going to be focused on a different type of imagined story. So I hope you tune in on Monday when we announce what that theme is going to be and talk about what is happening next week. If you like today's activity, you can also check out the Penobscot County 4-H page. We are having our virtual summer camp, and this week is all about sports and fitness. So you can look at other videos that are similar to today's bow and arrow experiment. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me this week, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.